Guys, how's it going? Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. No, not really. What are we looking at? We're looking at New Belgium's Fat Tire Belgian White. I'm not even going to read you what's in it because then it just makes me want to throw up. But this was one of several beers that Nikki gave me to review. So, where is it? Where is it? Wade can help me in this scenario. Come on. See, no, if I would have just, done this ahead of time. Oh, here we go. Because Nikki gave it to me, I'm going to use this opener. And you can either go titties on or titties under or titties on. I'm going to go with titties on. Unfiltered. Smells like a wheat with shit in it. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Spank that ass and eat the cookie. Yeah, thank you, Johnny Concho. I'll, fuck yeah. Bitches. Okay, so if it might not be all that bad if they didn't go and screw it up. I don't see that, huh? Okay, let's just bust right into comments so this shit isn't an hour. Only like 59 minutes. I'm only reading this because it was funny. I missed the Gay I Heart Club. Did not expect you'd be drinking this early. What the hell was I thinking? Can't believe I even said that, Mr. Holster. Last comment. First comment on the Tipsy Tomato. Jim, just shooting. Who cares about my number? Crazy Scotsman, second. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. There's a fucking shock. Shark, ZF6. Hee hee. That was a cool dude. You need to do more videos. You need to... He used to be one of my... Well, you still are a good friend, but, used to be one of my favorite guys. It's like when it comes to doing videos... He just either roll up on a Harley or one of his Corvettes and cap your ass. Forget about this gay shit. Hey, Johnny, be surprised to see that it's unopened. Oh, whiskey. Let's just make sure that it's covered for a while today. We'll go all the way to the bullet. Just one project. Better than this. Crazy Scotsman, get tipsy with the brew, babe. Looks damn tasty. 10. Oh, sorry. Brad Thomas, 5th. Crazy fucker, Mark, musical bullet. Eat a whole pod on camera tomorrow. It will go viral. Hey, Mark. I did eat. I did eat one of the chocolate brain strains. Well, not. I ate a half of one. The other one's still up in the fridge. I'll probably finish that off tonight. So, if you've never had one of these, it's very, very reminiscent of the Carolina Reaper, except for I would say the Carolina Reaper is takes it up a notch in heat and stays with you longer. This just kind of is like, yeah! See ya. So, yeah, we got the penis peppers. Can't wait to put one of those in my mouth. Actually, I think this is the one that you took the picture of. Reapers, the bonnets. I've never had one of these either. Scotch bonnet. And what else we got in here? Yeah, Reapers, brain strains, penis peppers, Scotch bonnets. Making pork chops on the grill tonight. I might fry or grill up some peppers on the side. Maybe try me a Scotch bonnet. It'll go viral. Stalker Steve, 25 cal numbnuts. Thanks, Steve. Crazy Scotsman, hashtag never Glock. Mr. Holster, hashtag CZ75, good luck finding parts. Mr. Holster again, hashtag not everyone knows people in third world countries. and then that's an all-in-one stream here. And then Jim, formerly known as a Boob 308, hashtag 1911 mic drop. Mr. Holster, once again, 6 says I. Mr. Holster, you need to shake it first, putz. Oh yeah, the Well, you know, normally I don't make it a habit of shaking my alcohol because it results in, yeah, whatever. Crazy Scotsman, send them all back to where they came from and nuke the fuckers. Well, I know exactly what he's talking about. Muslims. Mr. Holster, minute 3, a new record for 3.2 spicy V8. Jim, heck yeah. The brothers paid for most of the infrastructure of boom towns, doctors, schools, etc. Christine is right. What did I just say? Brothels. Sorry, brothers. Did I say brothers? Brothels paid for most of the infrastructure, boom towns, doctors, schools, etc. Christine is right. It would be a good topic. Well, that's good. I like to, personally, you know, like on VidChat, we often just sit around and talk about hookers. Belgian style fat tire. I've already reviewed this, like anyone would even know. Stalker Steve, yeah, the hole in the cap. Crazy Scotsman, Joey's mom needs to get around. Should have her as a special guest to get more insight on the topic. Could be fun. Stalker Steve. This is on the Cats Away. Wow, that brew must be shit. I don't think I've seen you make that face before. Not even when Jim touched your potty spot. Fucking potty spot. Stalker Steve, again on the wrong video. By the way, Ronnie Brown is from our gang. Oh, I see. He just shows up and makes a sub comment on one of your comments. Okay, I get it. Stalker Steve, 17th best yet, working on it. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Oh, and it was on the right video too. Ed, top 10. Ed, would you look at how beautiful that water in the Brew Babe pick is? Damn. Yeah, that was pretty awesome water. Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Aunt Keck, top 20. Aunt Keck. Oh, I guess it's not in the top 20. I think you were actually better. Jolson, I just had a Red's blueberry because I had to know if it tasted like blueberries. Well, did it? Mr. Holster, they use canned tomatoes. Yeah, that's... Mr. Holster, guide rod springs should be changed every 2,500 rounds in a full-size 1911. I believe that's what Kimber recommended too. Then there's a little back and forth. Mr. So you've got the Real Coat Burnout in there and Jay in there. Mr. Holster, then do not swear. If the powers that be will not play your show because you use profanity and people tune you out because you use swear, well, no, nobody tunes me out. The show is very popular because I am me. So in order to have a show that would be accepted by one particular organization, then I become not me. Okay, sorry. People tune you out because you use swear words. Then you cannot complain when they will not listen to your argument that the Second Amendment is important to freedom. I don't know how we jumped from profanity to the Second Amendment. The eBomi channel, I've been very forthright over there on the Second Amendment and our freedoms and Justin and all that. And you probably have to watch a hell of a lot of videos, no pun intended, over at that channel to find profanity. This channel and the Locked and Loaded show are different beasts, and it's like different venues. First of all, one's radio, one is a video format, and like this is beer, which I openly admit I am not an expert of. Just, I am an expert of things that I like. And, you know, I've seen some pretty outspoken people that didn't use profanity, and a lot of people claim that they're nuts. So I guess it just depends on how you put forth your argument. You know, this channel, I'm not trying to find, you know, this channel is just me shooting the shit, drinking a beer, talking how or talking about things that I want to talk about, showing guns, showing knives, showing hot peppers, you know, that kind of thing. And the channel, well, first of all, I fall under the same umbrella as as the other channel, YouTube. I mean, you know, the funny thing is I've actually had 2 strikes on this channel, both because I had titles that were gun related in my title. The video, there was nothing about the video that changed at all. And then when I challenged YouTube, what community guidelines exactly did I break? They refused to answer that. Didn't even try. That all my email to them was like, if you're gonna give my channel a strike, Ghost Gun, tell me what it is. What guidelines did I break? Exactly. They couldn't do that. In fact, one could argue that you are hurting the cause by using profanity. Johnny Carson and Dean Martin were on TV for decades without swearing, yet they made non-PC jokes all the time. It was an art to itself. Enough said. I'm done. Okay. No, that's why I have 2 channels. I wanted one channel to be more relaxed. Maybe not necessarily who I am, because again, like I said, I make it through the entire day. But you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure that my support of the Second Amendment, in the eyes of a lot of way yuppity people, have a huge issue with combining these 2 things anyway. So if, to be honest, Mr. Holster, I would say the combination of firearms and alcohol is probably more damning than saying fuck. I'm just saying. But again, just like I said to one person when they saw a glass of what was by them perceived as alcohol, because it was in a wine glass and it may or may not even have been alcohol, but I really don't. That's a completely different story. Like I told that person, you are the fucking role model. It's your job, not mine. If there's kids involved, then go ahead and say, hey, don't do what that guy does. Besides that, it's been kind of a long time, I think, since anyone's taken me seriously. Mr. Holster, my brand new Kimber had its full-size guide rod break at 300 rounds during a course at Gunsight. Snapped right in half. Wow. Unless there was something wrong with the guide rod, I don't even understand how that even happens. I mean, unless I guess I could sort of see if it's separated where the rod part, but if the rod itself broke, that had to be a bad part. Mr. Holster, no doubt the Razorback from Dan Wesson is the one to buy. That is such a beautiful pistol. Every time I carry one shows that thing, I just want to punch him. I mean, did that come out loud? Gunwild 1, 31st. Don't sell yourself short, Judge. Mr. Holster again, another comment just to make you read it. Mr. Holster, soiled doves, hell yes. I am not going to pretend for a moment that I knew or know exactly what Mr. Holster's talking about. I think Christine was going through the comments on this video last night, and I heard her say, Mr. Holster knows a lot about the cowboy stuff, and that Soiled Dove was a prostitute. I'm just like, yeah, I've seen videos from him and heard him talk. Yeah, he knows a lot of shit. Maybe you should also maybe Christine should have you on her show. I mean, right off the bat, you know, there's not going to be any profanity other than John Solar. Think about it, Mr. Holster. Think about it. Mr. Holster, I'll bring you a blued 1911 plug with your booze in a few weeks. And your new gun. You're going to come to visit? Oh. I can't even imagine what that scotch tastes like. First of all, it was aged 12 years before it was put in the bottle. And then it sat around for, what did you say, like another 20 years? Mr. Holster, I'll bring you an IPA also. Well, I hope you're not planning on just ding-donging at the door, so I can have a. I know you like IPAs too, so maybe we can sit around and do shots of beet juice. 21 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Holster figures those two would be in the Gay I Heart Club at 2 o'clock on a Sunday. I was moving 1,200-pound bales of hay while you were a giant pussy drinking Canadian tomato piss. Okay. Ed, look at the Holy Wars from 1095 to 1291 CE, the Crusades, the war to right wrongs on Christianity, and also most can see it happening again. Just saying. Smile Money, Tipsy Tomato. Well, it's not a gayish fruit beer. Smile Money, if you get a real butt plug packed in ground up packing peanuts, don't be surprised. Hornet Fixer was looking for something to add to the Blu-ray Brokeback Mountain DVD he's sending you. Rich Huff, I sent you my info on Facebook Messenger. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll get it to you again. Rich, I don't have the tracking information, but all of the packages except for Chico Wise, I got his information late last night, and I still got to print off shipping information to get that one in the mail. But Rich, your box, the two other boxes I can't think of. God, I had so much shit that got mailed out yesterday. Smile Money, your package went out yesterday. A lot of shit went out yesterday. Rich Huff, John Solar has my info too. Ed, you can always doctor the Tipsy Tomato with some vodka and Worcester and a dash of hot sauce-y. Vegan celery stick. Ed, another great review. Cheers. Rich, Fumesh Shu, still at work, but almost time to leave. Looks like another delicious review. It wasn't bad. It was like a starting point for what I like, but Matt Davis, Sunday, because P.S. I want the tack pack. Eltenda, tomato. Ben N, 46, Tipsy Tomato, what the fuck? John Solar, half tonight, see you in the morning. Gunwild, screw those hybrid cars. I want something that burns lots of fossil fuels. Hell yeah, that's something I've said for years. My goal between now and when I die is I want a car that gets really, really shitty gas mileage. Gunwild, you know what I'm talking about. Oops. Gunwild. If Jim and Christine do a show about Old West brothels, will they cover trading chickens for blowjobs? Jim responds to him, a man has to eat. Real cool burnout. Hoosnock species. Thank you. Real cool burnout. I'm hungry for fried tomatoes now for some reason. And then Jim talks about having fried. I've never had a fried tomato. JR10 Desert Gold. While I am all about side boob action, the Brew Babe had a set of legs that looked like she could squat a few 100 pounds and then squash watermelons between her thighs all night long. I always like being with someone like that when the outcome is in question. Yeah, she did have nice legs and side boob. Stephen Bush, well, my Glock 19 will be gone this Friday, selling it to get a Glock 19 MOS. And then get the Vortex Venom and some suppressor height sights. That'll be my new carry piece. You're crazy. Stephen Bush again. Laugh out loud. Christine saw my issue with the post office, I see. Those damn places. Looks like shit. And they get paid damn well for what they do. Only open 200 days a year. Yeah, I watched it too. You had a blood vessel that looked like it was about to pop in your forehead. Yep. Stephen again. Yep, my guide rod looks like a basic little stubby one in most 1911s, but it's threaded and the shaft screws into it once you have the pistol together. Well, that's just stupid. J-Dog, here from work. Wade, keep the tomato out of the beer and in the vodka. Exactly. Wade, $8,000 for a pistol? It better come with a hooker that gives blowjobs on demand. Wade, I am what I am. The front of the house guy. I'm looking at opening a diesel repair shop with my son. He replaced 3 mechanics when he works, and his boss just turned 40. Calls him his retirement plan. Fuck that. I'm looking for a job. Sick and tired of this shit. Problem is, well, I guess, Wade, you're proof that pretty much go ahead and start over at any age, but Tardisius, Tipsy Tomato would go good with pepperoni chewing gum. Cowbell. Is that a thing? Aunt Kick? Yep. And our politicians are letting our country turn into a shithole. Stephen Bush. Told me to enjoy my beer. Thanks, Steve. Yep. Politicians don't care. They're all too busy trying to manipulate us and get rich, and they have their great medical benefits, and you know, they want to be able to control you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to want to say hi to the CIA and the FBI. Who could it be knocking at my door? Hang on. Let us see. Oh. I like that feature. Hey, get off my porch! And Keck, thumbs down, eh? You give me no choice. Whiskey. Fucking, I guess you're fucking whiskey right here, yeah. Prick. Hazman 440. I just finished the bottle of Jesse James bourbon and it sucked. So don't waste your money on it if you find it. Oh, look. It's my hollow point. Saying, what money? Yeah, he's right. I don't have any money. I just do YouTube so that everybody will send me shit. You see how well that works out for me. Peppers. Hey, Chuck. There you are, Chuck. See, I told you he couldn't end me. Actually, I kind of bummed out. My battery died in my Chuck bottle opener. Maybe I should just change the name of this to something like the Nikki Brew Review. This is another one that she sent me, but I've already reviewed this. But this is definitely got to be better than the rest of them. And thanks for the heads up, Paul. Tell your little bitch to go fuck himself. I mean, Chuck. Joey Cuz, how do you clean up a 99.6% explicit content on a radio show? By playing the intro all night long. Thanks, Joey. Rich from Master 212. Well, I'm back. Been an evening, night, and day. Got hit last night on the way home and almost ran completely off the road. Nobody was hurt, but my vehicle got some damage. Trooper didn't cite the other driver, but it was clearly their fault, and the trooper's report stated as much. See, I don't understand that, Rich. For instance, my street, if you're going this way as you pass my house, over here on the avenue, there's yield signs for those people. My neighbor, who's going to be on my show is called Neighbors, or whatever the hell John wants to call it, but my guest is going to be my neighbor Mike. He's a fucking riot. I'm hoping he's actually funny, because I've been there, done that before. So his daughter is driving his car and goes that way and goes to the intersection and gets T-boned at 30 miles an hour, so she was fine. The car was wrecked, and the cop, Mike, of course, he had heard the accident because he's the best security this neighborhood has. He hears the accident, walks down there, and the cop is listing on the accident report as a no fault. And Mike goes, "What do you mean no fault?" "Well, it's an uncontrolled intersection." Hey, fucking smart guy, Mr. Guy in Blue, what is that? Hey, look, it's a match set. What's that on the other side of the street? A yield sign. What did that person not do? Yield. So, it's kind of funny. I have this in the fridge, and last night I got a picture from Lily. She had the Voodoo Ranger Imperial Stout. I don't think I've had that one yet. I took a picture of this one and sent it to her, and I'm like, you win. You have an Imperial. She goes, yeah, I know. Oh, by the way, just because I don't know if it's that nobody is interested or nobody knows how to find it, but this is the Snowflake Melter, my Matador Arms SKS with the Vortex optics and the flip-up sights. Now, it is an unmatched set. I have Midwest Industries up front and a Magpul Embus in the rear. See, now you can actually see the gills on that. So I got the barrel threaded. I've got the brake on here from Matador Arms. The sling, it is as you see it. I actually wish before I showed everybody that I had this, I took this grip off here, but this grip is awesome. I think I've told you guys a story about this. This one I bought. One of these grips, which actually says JP on it, came on my JP, and I was just like, I just don't know. I took it off and put like a Myad on it or something, and now almost everything that I have has the Hogue with the beaver tail. But yeah, and in case it's like right now it has gone nowhere. So I don't know. I mean, feel free. I mean, I'm in the comments. If nobody is interested in this, maybe I need to rethink the Snowflake Melter. You got the Zulu stock from Odinworks. I did a minor trigger job to clean it up a little bit. The Matador Arms chassis is awesome. It's such a light shooting rifle. I mean, obviously it's shooting the AK-47 round. So if nobody's interested, I mean, right now, as far as I know, there's been 4 tickets sold. I put this up on Snowflake Melter because I thought it would have a decent amount of interest, not because I just, at this moment in time, I didn't have very many other options, and I just figured this would be the most likely thing. I mean, obviously it's just me speaking, but I think it's fucking awesome. I mean, oh well. I mean, if it turns out that nobody is interested, and I end up pulling it and talking to the people that have money down on it, Jolson, you're one of them. If nobody's interested, fuck, hell, if I'm going to be disappointed if I end up having to keep it. I think it turned out frickin' awesome, and it shoots very nicely. I mean, it feels like a 22 going off, for God's sakes. It shoots so light. I mean, either people need to get in on it so we can get this thing pushed through and done, or I need to hear that Smile Money, I know you are also interested. If nobody is interested, then I want to stop wasting the time, because there's been like little to no movement over on Snowflake Melter. Trust me, there will be zero disappointment in keeping that. I just had to make a decision, and I went through the stuff, and I was just like, you know what? That thing is awesome. I thought it would go like hotcakes, and instead it went like fucking the all-you-can-eat buffet at the Joey Mom Vagina Center. Yeah. Ugh. Fu Master Shoe 12 again. Looked like an interesting brew. But another fine review, brother. Cheers, my friend. Thank you, Rich. Jay on the Vengeful Spirit. I bet you didn't stop looking at the brew girl's tits long enough to notice it's Stormy Daniels. No, I didn't. I went back and looked at the picture a few times afterwards, and I didn't even notice that girl even had a face. What the hell? Go away. Jay, Sam used to be really good, but I agree. Oh, Samuel Adams used to be really good, but I agree it's just above Bud now. They do have some seasonals that are really good. They're double Bach, if you can get it. Rocks or Bosch, double Bosch. I don't know. I've never even seen that. They also have a very, very limited and expensive beer that they produce, but it's me fucking hen's teeth. Their Oktoberfest is an 8 all day. Winter Lager is also good. Mary Maker Gingerbread Stout is pretty damn tasty also. Chris, I don't think I've had any of those. Jay again. Mary Maker Gingerbread Stout should be on the shelf soon. Try it. I will if I see it. Jay. EAA 10 millimeter with rounded slide was shit due to the rounding and lightening of the slide. The older square slide versions, which I had, were indestructible tanks. I love all of mine up to my 6-inch barrel tri-port compensated version. The older versions, like mine, can easily handle loads 5,000 K over chamber max pressure. Of course, folks complained about the thick slide, so to make people happy, trimmed it down and fucked up the gun. Jay, excuse me, what colors, not color? I have no idea what you're talking about. Jay, now this thumbnail brew girl, natural redhead, natural tits, good. Yeah. Jay, full-length guide rods, 45 ACP, 1911s not needed. They are needed on a 10mm 1911s. The extra weight helps reduce frame battering and keep the slide under more control. With the 10mm, the slide cycles much faster and faster than the system was designed for. So they have a rod in there that keeps the spring in line and moving smooth. One of the reasons full-length guide rods got a bad rap was during the 1990s when all the shops got CNC machines and started selling 1911 parts all over. They were sold as drop-in and they really needed fitting. An improperly fitted FL rod creates a world of shit. That is the last comment from Jay. And since Jay is here, actually I guess right at this very moment I have two things that I really like sitting here. Hot peppers and the Desert Eagle. Smile money, I won't disclose the secret location, but Jay, one thing I've really been noticing is I think these Mr. Holster, sorry, these fucking awesome grips that you put on here, I don't even know where the hell you even got them. They must be just a tad bit narrower than the stock one, because I notice the fit in my hand feels more natural with this, and when shooting it, it's just. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on and on like a broken record, but I did ask your guys what your opinion was and what you thought of it. What I actually meant to say is, fuck you all. I love it, and that's really all that matters, right? Again, I was talking with Christopher last night, alone with company, and he was like, "So, you just sent Jay the gun with no direction?" Yes, that is exactly what I did. Now, once he had the gun for a while and he was going over things and trying to come to a conclusion, he did ask me just to put together a note, a list of things that either I like or I didn't like about the gun, because he wanted to go off of that list. I mean, I had things on my list that he didn't touch on, and as far, like I said, originally he was like, should we, what do you like, hard chrome, and a whole list of different possible finishes, and I'm just like, you know what, I want it to be unique. I don't really want it to be, you could make it gold, you could make it silver, you could do what after what Jay was able to achieve with this, and talking with Jay and seeing his own guns, I did not need to honestly really give him any direction. In one of our conversations, he asked me specifically about the grips, and I said, I could take or leave what's on there. It's okay, but it's like nothing special. It's like on every Desert Eagle sold by Desert Eagle. And then he asked about the sights, and I said, honestly, I hate the sights. I despise the sights that were on it. There's nothing special about them. And he did ask me about the trigger, and I just told him, I said, we both were talking about it, and we came to the same conclusion. I did not want this thing to turn into a full auto gun. I said, but having said that, there's an awful lot of creep and dirtiness about that trigger, and I still to this moment in time don't know what you did to this, Jay, but it is almost, don't be offended, it is almost John Huber-like, because it still has enough that you don't have to worry about the gun going full auto on you, but it's so clean, you just come up to the wall, there's no grit, it's just a great job. And then that sight picture, I have to figure out what that sight picture is. The only thing I can think of is either I have to change exactly where that fiber optic goes, or that fiber optic needs to not be quite as high, because I know it was shooting very low. We were all shooting under the target, but it was very warm, and there was lots of fucking bugs and little tiny mosquitoes. And if towards fall, when I get out and I can actually spend a little bit more time and maybe put it on paper or put it on some steel, where me and Mikey and maybe Christine are the only ones shooting, so it doesn't just go from a big white plate to devastated all at once. But right now, because it was shooting low, that means I would need to ramp it up to about there. So either I need to learn the sight, or I might need one that doesn't stick up quite as high. But we'll see. I mean, because the rear cannot be raised, but you can raise yourself to get to that rear. So here we are, 49 minutes. Going for the iHeart Club. Plenty of time for everybody to get in. This is it. Boom. And we've got 3 people in the iHeart Club. Jolson, iHeart Club whiskey. I'm sorry, I don't have any iHeart Club whiskey. Oh, but I do have some of this. My smart-ass friend. Okay. See, that all worked out. Jolson, I appreciate the weekend. It was a great time. I look forward to being able to get together. You know, maybe what we need is longer range shooting and less bugs. Cheers, my friend. Next, Stephen Bush, which comes as no surprise because he's already texted me. I Heart Club time. And Joey Cuz with the last comment. Okay, got my beer ready for the I Heart Club. Drink up, my little bitch. Drink up. Okay. Well, here, right off the bat, I can put them in the order for which I like them. Nikki, I appreciate it. Nikki's in Michigan right now. She's planning on going back. She's there. She's going to be going back to school, and her end game is to be back in Florida. She'd actually be, I think she'd be just a little bit south of the Hornet Fixer. So I got to make sure that that he never actually gets her address. I mean, they're going to be like stalking and shit. I mean, it'd be terrible for her. But okay, you know, I'm all game. You know, for I think I'm just gonna turn this into the Nikki review. Mighty fine. That's what I can tell you. Oh, the beer. The Belgian White from Fat Tire. I personally think it's shit because it has coriander in it. The Belgian style ale, Fat Tire. I don't. An American craft beer icon inspired by Belgian brewing tradition. See, no, this one's 5.2%. I don't know if there's coriander in this one. It doesn't really taste like it. This one was 5.2% also, and definitely had coriander in it. They brag freshly ground. And so let's just go down the line. We've got a 2. I'll go with a 6. And the Voodoo Ranger IPA coming in at 7%. I'm going to go with an 8 on that. Now, I'm going to go upstairs, start working on this, and cook me some pork chops on the grill. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna grill up the other half of the brain strain and one of the Scotch bonnets to have with dinner. Mark, Musical Bullet, JoJo's Gunworks, dude, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. Not to mention the quality of work that you did on the G20. Maybe I should talk to you. If you actually get this far, there's 2 things I'll know. One, you have no fucking life. But if you get this far, actually, I'd like to know what you'd charge to do a stippling job on the G20. I mean, Smile Money, stay the fuck out of this conversation. But once winter rolls around, there's plenty of opportunity to work on that. Oh, I will be getting out and shooting now that I know that thing is running good. Hell yeah, that thing's such a blast to shoot. Okay, guys, cheers, and feedback on the SKS. If nobody's interested other than I think the 4 tickets that have been purchased, I'm just going to pull it, and I'm going to be a happy motherfucker to keep it. I don't want to waste anybody's time because, like, nothing is happening on it. Jim has helped me and promoted the stuff, and yet nothing. Cue the crickets. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.